What's up, guys? I'm Doc from SampleKings.com. And of course, we do lessons, not just make videos here on YouTube. And you can also subscribe to us here on YouTube. But to get even more, join us right here. It's just $25 for a 1-year membership. You'll be able to download over 100,000 samples. Plus, you'll get recording contracts, everything you possibly could need to have a really great experience dealing with recording your music or the music recording process. Now, we also give lessons. Even if you're not a member, you can get lessons from us right here. You can pay with PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. These links work right here to those apps. Now, to book time is very simple. You come right to here, SampleKings.com. It's just $20 an hour. If you're a member, it's just $15 an hour. Of course, the codes are here to pay with Cash App and to pay with Venmo. If you want to book a session, you come down here and say you want to book a session with Logic Pro and the new update for Logic Pro. You come right here and say, well, look, I want to work with you on Friday. You come to Friday, pick the time you want to work. Maybe it's 4 p.m. when you get off work. You write your first, last name, your email address right there. If you're in America, your telephone number here, outside the country right here. And also, tell us what you want to learn during that session. Once you finish doing that, just press book and book it right here. It's pretty simple to do. Any questions, hit us up at SampleKings.com. You know why? Because our phone number is right there. Let's reload the page right now, and you will see that our phone number is right here. Don't be scared to call. We do answer. And if you pay for your session, it's booked. So I have a track here, and the bass drum is pretty hot. I like the bass drum. I want to apply the AVALON 737 to this. So I'm going to play the bass drum back, actually, just the bass drum. That sounds pretty damn good. I like that bass drum, but I can do better. I prefer a bass drum to really thump in some ideas of what I think the artist needs in the background. If it's a rap track or a reggae track or I'm doing some rock and roll, this has got to match up to the artist. And so in this case, this is one of my favorite plugins here. This is the AVALON 737sp. So I've already got something set up here for it. So I've got a preamp here, right? We got a line and mic. I'm not using that at all. I got a threshold level here at 0. My release point is a slow release right there. I got a pretty strong attack right here. It's not bad. And my compression ratio is about 3:1. And here I've got some bass applied to it, right? And you'll see here, it's about 30 here. We're at 20K here, but I don't really hear that because I have nothing here going for that, just a regular bass sound, right? And now I'm going to turn it on. I prefer bass drum slapping you in the face for this particular track. Now this is way over dB. Watch this. I'm going to bring this down. And you see in the master output here, it's not even budging. And that's 0 dB here. Now if I go to here, and you'll see on the left-hand side, let me move this up here like this. Over here on the right-hand side, this is the output right there. It's going no more than here, about -3 dB. And that thing is hitting. That's in your face right there. And you can hear it. And that's why I like that compressor so much. It's clean. It's got a great sound to it. And you see how that's just smashing it. And that's how I would normally use it, because I have no respect for anything but the sound, the overall sound output, you know. This is cool, but it's not distorting here, and it's clean. So now I have that bass drum in the mix here. I like the way it sounds right there. That's nice and tight. Great. And of course, if I go back to my AVALON, I turn it off. That's not too bad, but I do prefer this. And now I'm bringing my snare. So on the snare, I'm going to use this reverb right here. And this is an air reverb. I'll use this because this way everybody else can do the same thing. Now the room size, I have it here. As you can see here, it's not too big, right? It's like 20% room size. But turn this off. That's all it is. And that's not like when I'm gonna have it sing in the background. That's pretty good. That's good. Give my balance between the two. That's good. So now I want to bring in the hi-hats. Okay, I want to add the same reverb as though in the same room, so I'm going to press Option and drag. Now it's like they're in the same room. Now I'll bring it down. I want too much reflection off of the surface when I use the reverb. That's why I prefer to mix. If I have an MPC track, I will take it out and I will use it inside the software. I need to use high-end plugins. It's got to sound like I just created some really dope track or something. Really just about right EQ and the right plugins. So now, we've got one more here I want to check out. Okay, this is important. The accent of the open hi-hat. So we need to have the reverb again. I'll press Option, drag over to here. Well, that sounds really great. Good. I'm going to get a balance between the open hi-hat and the closed hi-hat. See, the closed hi-hat only comes about here. I mean, the open hi-hat, excuse me, comes right about there. I want to bring it up a little bit more so you hear it. Oh, that's nice. I like that. So now I'll bring it back in the snare. And now the bass drum. So it's important for me to get a balance between the bass drum, snare, or if it's a clap or a snap, whatever's going to be that accent there, and then also between the hi-hat and the closed hi-hat. This is the heartbeat of any kind of song you're doing. This must meld in some way into one total unit. Cool. Now next I want to pull up the bass line. I got some other parts in here also at the same time. And I just want to hear this back. There's our bass line right here. So it doesn't sound too bad. Let's turn it up a little bit. Okay, it's not too bad. I'm going to pull up the 737sp AVALON. This is great on bass too at the same time. So, pull that out of here. Put this on. Okay, good. So the setup right here is going to be, this is a bass, sort of a dirt bass sound. It's pretty awesome, really. So I'm a guitar player or bass player going to punch his or put his chords in. I'll punch him in the track somewhere, you know, or he's going to play through the whole track or whatever. So here's our EQ setup here. We were about 4 here on the dB level, or +4. I've got some mid here. So that's the bass. Here's the low mid. And that's like about +3.1. I'm keeping the mid highs even. I'm pulling off any treble that's in there somewhere, right? Keep my output around 0 dB, right around 0 right there. It's pretty cool. And that's not bad. Of course, 20K as high as you can go, since humans don't hear over that amount. And so I also have this compression ratio here set up to, this is about approximately, I'd say almost 2.5. right? And my threshold's up here. So I'm gonna turn it on now. Listen to this. That's ridiculous. But look on the track here. Let's bring it down, son. It's dominating. Now, sitting right there with the bass drum. I have also on the guitar right here. I'm gonna pull an EQ up here. This is the Motown EQ, Hitsville, from the same company. And we're gonna set up a guitar here. I'm also using this chorus. I got this here also as well. Did some extra work with that on EQ. I pulled the same reverb up we're using here. Same reverb that we're using on the snare drum and the two hi-hat and the close hi-hat and the open hi-hat right there. Widen the room up a little bit for this guitar. And that's how I use the 737sp from AVALON. It's a really great device. It's in all the studios. I also use it a lot in sort of making vocal chains. Check it out if you can get it. And it's cheaper than actually a lot of plugins I've gotten from Air. I lucked up and got a bunch of this producer bundle that came with the Live 2. Any questions, hit me up in the bottom of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.